a club wanted to determine whether it could increase attendance by changing its weekly meetings from Tuesday to another day. So that's like our introductory matter. At one Tuesday meeting, the club's president took a survey of all members present. So there's a fact. Of those surveyed, 95% said they had no difficulty attending on Tuesdays. So this is all happening at a Tuesday meeting.
Okay.
95% say that they can attend on Tuesday. Makes sense because it's a Tuesday.
Right.
On the basis of this survey result, the club's president concluded that the attendance problem was not due primarily to schedule conflicts.
Huh?
So what's going on there? You're like, huh? What's going on? What are you thinking?
Well, he's on the basis, but 95% of the survey said they had no difficulty attending on Tuesdays. Okay. On the basis of this survey results, the club's president concluded that the attendance problem was not due primarily to schedule conflicts. Oh, okay. Now I get it, because 95% of the people said that they could attend.
Mm-hmm.
So there was no conflict or no problem with moving the meetings to Tuesdays, because 95% of the people said that they could attend. So whatever the other 5%, I would assume 95% would overrule the 5, and they can move forward and have the meetings on Tuesday.
Yeah, so they say their weekly meetings are already on Tuesday, and they're trying to figure out if we change the meeting, will it help attendance? So based off of their survey that they took at a Tuesday meeting, 95% said that they can meet on Tuesdays.
Right.
So then they're like, okay, well, I guess this is fine.
Yeah, leave it there on Tuesdays instead of changing it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So let's see. Question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Questionable technique used in the club president's reasoning is drawing a conclusion on the basis of circular reasoning, making a generalization on the basis of a sample that is likely to be unrepresentative, treating a generalization that applies to most cases as if it applied without exception, drawing a conclusion on the basis of premises that contradict one another, inferring solely from the claim that a change is not sufficient to solve a problem that is not necessarily either. No, I like A out of all of them.
Drawing a conclusion based on the basis of circular reasoning.
Mm-hmm.
So how are they making circular reasoning? We want to ask ourselves, is this actually what's happening in the passage?
Well, would it not be that 95% of the people said that they can, Tuesdays work for them?
So this would be drawing a basis upon data, upon survey data. So circular reasoning, what that means is they say, oh, I think that going to the store on Tuesdays is the best because going to the store on Tuesdays is the best. Like they're not actually giving us reason. They're just looping back to their conclusion.
Okay.
So here they said, oh, we took a survey and people said that Tuesday was good. 95% said it was good on Tuesday. Based off my survey data, I'm going to conclude we're going to keep the meeting on Tuesdays.
Okay.
So it's not quite circular because he would have said, oh, we're keeping meetings on Tuesdays because we should keep the meetings on Tuesday.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then making a okay, so A is out. So making a generalization on the basis of a sample that is likely to be unrepresentative. Okay. See, we're on that time. Time is almost up.
That's okay. The timer goes. Well, I mean, we've done a lot of talking in between these two.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, he took the survey, and the survey is what he came up with his results.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so treating a generalization that applies to most cases as if it applied with an exception. Would you say B?
So let's think. So how is this survey unrepresentative or likely to be unrepresentative?
Mm.
So the club wanted to determine whether it could increase attendance by changing its weekly meetings from Tuesday to another day. So they
Okay.
already meet on Tuesdays.
Right.
One Tuesday meeting, the club's president takes a survey. So they take the survey out of people attending on a Tuesday.
Right.
And then 95% say that they could attend on Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
And this is all at a Tuesday meeting.
Right.
So the issue here is that, you know, if they're trying to figure out if they can increase attendance by, you know, changing the meetings. So, and then they ask people who can attend on Tuesday. They're probably going to already say, I can make it on Tuesday if they showed up on a Tuesday. The
Mm-hmm.
better way for them to go about this would be, you know, maybe you ask everybody who's on your email list, including the people who don't show up on Tuesday. Because if you can show up on Tuesday, of course you're going to say that it's easy to attend on Tuesday. It's because you have no
Right.
schedule conflict. But if you
Right.
can't attend, you didn't get to answer the survey because the survey was only given to the people who showed up on Tuesday. So that's how this is an unrepresentative sample. And that's why they mentioned Tuesday so many times in here. They want you to kind of pick up on, okay, this is only the people who were there on Tuesday. What about the Wednesday people? Wednesday
Right.
people didn't get to put any input.
So they only did it for people that were there on Tuesday.
Yeah. So this is like a perfect classic case of an unrepresentative sample. And this is one flaw that comes up decently often on the LSAT. We're thinking, okay, how could they have, you know, gotten a sample from everybody else? Who are they leaving out? They're leaving out a lot of people. The Monday
Right.
people, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday people, everybody else that's not on Tuesday.
Okay.
And then if we think about like C, a generalization that applies to most cases without exception. So that might be saying, oh, I've noticed that, you know, so-and-so mows the lawn. Like I've seen somebody mow the lawn on Tuesdays. They must mow the lawn on every Tuesday without fail. That's
Okay.
and that's kind of what that happens. You know, it's sweeping generalizations. D, drawing a conclusion on the basis of premises that contradict. So, you know, if they said, oh, the apple is always green, the apple is always red, therefore, like the apple is yellow, like contradicting, like it's really hard to see where we would have a contradicting premises question.
Right.
Well, we know that that's not, you know, there's no contradiction here. It makes
No.
general sense.
Right.
And E, they're saying, you know, sufficient and necessary. And this is one that doesn't come up very often, but, and I'll send you some information on sufficient and necessary assumptions and things like that. But basically, if we have an argument, if we say, if it's an apple, then it's a fruit. That's a logical statement.
Right.
Makes sense, because if it's an apple, then we know it's guaranteed to be a fruit, like apples are
Right.
fruits.
Right.
What switching necessary and sufficient would do is like saying, if it's a fruit, then it's an apple. We just took the both sides of that equation and flipped it over.
Okay.
But we know if it's a fruit, it's not necessarily an apple. It could be a banana, could be an orange, anything like that.
Right.
So what they've done is they've taken part of a set, like an apple. We know that if it's an apple, it's necessary that it's a fruit, like, because we know that for sure. And they switch it. They say, okay, if it's a fruit, that's enough to say that it's an apple, which is not.
Gotcha.
We need some more details.